The lesson of history is the following: that Jerusalem was always a source of war along 20 centuries. Those who were outside wanted always to come back to Jerusalem, and they came back by war and violence. Muslims, Christians, and finally the Jewish people.
Before the Six-Day War, Jerusalem was divided in two by a wall. As a result of that war, Israel took over the eastern part of the city, and Jews could pray at the western wall, kind of an outdoor synagogue in the holiest place where Jews do pray for the first time in 19 years. The question now, living with the results of that war, how can we make Jerusalem home for both peoples and the three faith communities without any dominating the other?
Yeah, I mean, we are living together in the same city. We buy from each other. You saw it in the market today. You never know who's Arab and who's Jew. I mean, that's people, human beings.
We have so many things in common that we should emphasize and accentuate our commonalities than our differences. And I think you'll find then that we are able to live together and we are actually able to share the many things that we have in common.
We see Jerusalem as a holy city. And all of us now, we are in a situation of rather dispute and conflict over Jerusalem due to political factors, not to the religious factors. Therefore, the role of religious leaders should be a role of dialogue, of mutual understanding, of each one understanding the other and accepting the place of the other in the same holy city.
The quality of Abraham is the quality of unconditional acceptance of the other in all his or her difference. And that should be the message of Jerusalem. And yet, she will remain a rebuke to us if we all remain convinced that each of us alone is the injured party of history.
The status of Jerusalem will play a vital role in the delicate peace process underway in the Middle East. Once the issues of security, sovereignty, and autonomy are resolved, any lasting diplomatic solution to the Middle East conflict must equitably resolve the issue of control and access to the holy places of Jerusalem.
I'm very aware that I'm not the only religious faith to lay claim to this land. I'm aware that when I walk here, I'm also walking in the footsteps of Jesus, that I'm walking, as you will, in the echo of the footsteps of Muhammad, and that Jerusalem has become the center, the anchor of these three monotheistic faiths.
To me, Jerusalem is the microcosm of the global village where we have a community of communities living side by side, Jews, Christians, and Muslims of three nations, now Israelis, Palestinians, Armenians, all challenged to share the holiness of this common mother city and help us grow out of our traumatic histories and recognize that we all bear the image of God in our being, in our stories, in our aspirations.
This place will bring everybody together. It gives us a chance. The old city is very small, and yet you can walk around and touch thousands of years of history in 2 days. So, I mean, it just goes to show you how little ground we would actually have to cover to be able to meet each other halfway, which is unfortunate that we don't.
We must continue to pray for the peace of Jerusalem and for the peace of all peoples, Jews, Christians, and Muslims who live within the confines of the State of Israel.